I've actually killed the stream. Sorry for that, guys. I am back here. Now, for the sake of beginning it again, this is Seth Dackham. It has been a while now doing a small recap. I can't believe I've been so stupid to haven't actually killed the stream. I wasn't getting any input whatsoever. Anyways, I was suggested by Raja and Plastic Block a couple changes I could do to the map. One of which was to remove the teleporter and add the room beneath here, the area, and make a lift entrance here. Which can be a good idea, actually. Then to replace this jump pad with a lift for better navigation. And one here at the flag carrier to easily reach this area. Maybe I can make it strong enough to reach this part. Then I was suggested to put a jumper here, a jump pad in this corner to reach the belt from this position, because otherwise this area would have been a bit too underused. After that, I was suggested to change this hole for the sniper to make it more easily reachable from here. For example, if you're hitting some chuck combos or trying to hit through the bunker. And put an energy barrier here because of a problem recurring. I'm actually pretty close. Like this problem. Or that you could do this, which is okay-ish, but it can be a bit of a problem in competitive game types. And I was heavily recommended to add slants for the for wall dodges, etc. For example, one here, like a ramp where I could do a dodge and then a wall dodge to reach up this area here. I was suggested to do so in several areas of the map. For example, one here to the armor, because there are actually only 3 ways to the armor. One is here with dodge wall dodge combination, then here obviously through the bridge, and if you're skilled enough you can do a dodge wall dodge combination here as well. Other than that, I was suggested to do a wall run armor here, so that you can take the armor, do a wall run here with a wall run slant, and then dodge back here, and in some other areas of the map as well. Then to replace these bars and these ones here with energy barriers, and from Plastic Block, which has somehow the fancy for blocks and boxes, he suggested me to add boxes in this area as well as in this area to more easily reach the U-damage platform. And additionally, this area here, the 100 health, I was suggested to lower it because it's unreachable with a impact hammer, which I was planning to have, but then some players did not really appreciate it because you can reach it only with a grenade jump, which can be a bit too unrewarding. So I will lower the area so that it would be reachable with the hammer jump, and I will start by here because it's the most simple thing to do. And other than that, I think that is pretty much it. So I'll start now. And no, I don't want that area. I want this area to be selected. Actually, through this tool. Alongside all the good company. And to have it like here, maybe could be a good thing. I don't know if I also selected the blocking volume from this light. I think so. Okay, let's build only the geometry to see if I have everything. Andromeda 23 and a real gecko agree on having me making a riser. If I can manage to actually get enough time to finish this map, finish other maps as well, which were planned, then I will actually. Let's try if I. Let's see if I can make it. The only thing is, it's a bit hard for me given the little time I have and the projects I'm actually on. Okay, actually let's build all the map, including lighting. This is the first complete building of the editor since I first opened up Unreal Editor, so it's going to take a little bit. And now for the lighting. Okay. And now let's do a playtest with the impact hammer, which I do not have, so I will put a random impact hammer here. Just here so that I can have it, at least. It's taken a while. Okay. Now I can have it. Hopefully. I know, it is a bit loud. I'm sorry for that, but I cannot get around it. Okay, now I restored my health. Let's see again. Okay. Okay, it works. So I'll have it like this. And now let's replace the bars. I will start in small with this. I would suggest it to replace the bars and with an energy barrier. For an instance, to give an idea, like in Leah, because shooting through it's a bit hard. And after some playtest, yeah, I can notice it's actually a bit harder than expected. So we will fly onto the static mesh and let's see if I can get something like, I don't know, like a simple static mesh. Maybe I can do on floor. Let's see if I can get something. Okay, this might do the job. Now I wanted to fit. I wanted to fit the barrier perfectly. So I'm going to have to play a little bit with the sizes. So with this value, I would want it to be 60%. So 0.6 and this one I might actually want it to 2. No, it's a bit too much, so 1.75. No, 1.6 maybe. Yeah. And this value 50%. But I kind of have fear. I'm actually pretty much certain I cannot shoot through. So remove. Maybe with keyword sheet. Something which is small, possibly. This can help. And now let's look for material. Keyword energy. Let's see if I can get something. Maybe like that. Let's see. Or maybe like that, if it loads. Not a proper difference. No. Okay, no keywords here, so I'll have to search through. This can be also forgotten. Okay, this is taking a while to load, so I assume it's no good, and in fact it is no good. Let's put this as a test, for a collision test. No, okay, this one is no good. Or what what I can do is actually copy this and make of it an additive mesh. And solidity, non-solid. With okay. So we have a brush which you can run through actually. So let's do build geometry for the time being and let's see if it actually works. This is exactly like an additive solid, like an additive brush. The only difference is you should be able to run through it. Let's put it to a test. And you cannot. It does not work like the previous editors, so I need to find another. I need to find an alternative. Unless I can do on blueprints and type energy or barrier maybe, or shield, team deco spawn shield, or let's see if it works. Okay, that could be something. Details. Curing only, no physics collision. Only used for special queries, raycasts, sweeps and overlaps. Cannot be used for simulation. Useful for character movement and things that do not need physical simulation. Okay, it might be what we need. Let's test it. You can still... I really hate it when it's so loud. I cannot do anything about it, guys, sorry. Okay, maybe with physics. Okay, maybe. Okay, we've got it. It's physics only. Team, we are putting it green. It's good to learn always something new. But I would also like to be able to know the measures. So this is a 500 by 500, I suppose. So I would have it okay, 150, meaning this one should be 0.3. But it does not change anything. Maybe here? Yep. Nah, it's too small like that. Okay, this should be okay. Even if at natural size. Okay, good. And then we add the collision here because there was none. But I will directly copy it from here because it's all set here. Instead of having to redo it all over. And all I'll have to do is to get the values 50, 150 and 400. So I'll have it exactly the same size of the hole. And there you go. Guys, let me know if the stream's quality is decent or somewhat decent. Because, like I said in the previous stream, I have changed a couple things. Yes, this is exactly what I was looking for. Okay, great. Now, let's modify this, the light. So I would say light scale is okay, but light offset, I want it exactly here. Coming directly from the energy shield, and obviously I will put some static meshes here around to give it an idea of it a bit more realistic. Okay, so light scale, I will have to rebuild everything to have it actually a concrete idea. So let's save and let's rebuild. Guys, if you have questions, do not hesitate to ask. I'm here also because of this, if I can answer, that is. Okay. So let us save here. And now let's have the bars replaced. Okay, let's also get the dimensions. So let's say for this should be always 1. This 1.8 should fit pretty good. Yeah, it fits perfectly. And as for the height, I'll give it a 1.2, no 1.1 then. And it should cover it nicely. That's it. And now we do the same here. Ah, wait. Light scale, I would have it 2.0. And now let's see. Okay, 1.3 is the ideal. Let's see if 2.0 is good also for the Z axis, and it is. And light scale I would have 2.3, sorry. And let's rebuild. Let's see how it is now. I would like to thank all the watchers, all the watchers that are watching me right now, for helping me making this possible. And it is also a reason for me to actually go on with the mapping instead of keeping to say, yeah, okay, I'll do it tomorrow, and then actually not doing it. So, is it done? Yes, it is done. Okay, this one seems to be working. This one looks interesting, actually. There are different barriers here, which I can always apply. This can be a good detail, actually. But let's not get lost to it. Now, possibly the energy barrier here. So I would actually copy one here. I think I'll actually copy this one here. The editor keeps telling me that I should rebuild the navigation. And I will soon enough. Okay, now an approximative actually worked. But I cannot do it any taller. Okay, I'll have it be enough. And now blocking volume. But not like that. I would have it from here. Navigation needs to be rebuilt. Okay, I know this. Okay, now I also have the blocking volume. Let's rebuild once more. Okay. Obviously, very important thing is to always save. And now let's give it a try. Okay, this one works. And so do these two. But I think I would actually make it look like a double barrier. To give roughly the idea that you're that the energy itself is the blocking volume. But I would have it turn vertically. Let's see how it looks. Looks a bit more intense. Yes, let's do it like that. And we can actually get rid of these for the shadows. Okay, maybe these ones I should have them a bit more inside, possibly. Yes. Just like that. And let's save. And rebuild. In a real editor, it's very easy that you get it to crash. Well, not very easy, but it happens quite often. It would be unwise to just go on without saving anything at all. In the meantime, I'm not sure if I actually covered it in the previous stream, but I'll get another look onto it. I also prepared the mini-map with a very simple actor, which I will show you as soon as the building is complete. Yes, so let's save it again. Which is... I can get it at best from here. This one here. No. This one. Nav Mesh Bounce Volume. You get it all around the map, or at least the area which is going to be visited by the bots. And then next time you do build all the minimap will appear within the bounds of this brush, which is again Nav Mesh Bounce Volume. And everything inside this brush will be mapped for the bots to navigate into. And you see the map here. I will have to readjust a couple lights, also because of the energy barriers. Nice. People ask me, there is an error here. No, it is not an error. It has been put on purpose. You can also see it here. It is one static mesh which I applied to cover all this area because of some lighting errors that I was getting because of the too many draw codes that took place. This map will be sooner or later mashed anyways, so I will keep it there because it simply looks better considering the lighting and everything, instead of having rips everywhere. And after that, I would say that the energy barriers are done. Let me put a check. Now let's do this area here. Okay, so there are a couple things I will have to remove. 1, 2, 3 brushes. No, actually, let me remove just 1 and 2. No, and 3. I'll go on with the work from here, and I should remove these 2. I will expand this area. To an additional 500 points. Which is here. Perfect. Yeah, perfect like that. It should hopefully cause no conflicts whatsoever. But I will not take the risk, and I will reduce it by 100 centimeters. And it is not always, but quite often it is a good practice to cut the brush to the minimum desired to keep the map looking clean, at least for you, the editor. Okay, let's see how it looks, only with the geometry. No, I should actually add that 100. So let's actually do 1200. Let's move it here. And this brush I would extend it 500 points here on the other axis. Or I could simply remove it and add 500 here. And have it like that. Or better yet, that hole I'll have this brush cover it, and this one like that. And then I'll proceed with the cutting. And build geometry only. Now it should look a bit neater, cleaner. And yes, it does. And what I want to do is put a small hole here and add the lift. Also increase the arch here and put a wall run from here. So you can access this area also from there, instead of using just the ramp. And it also adds a little bit of visibility, which is okay-ish. Should perhaps lower a bit the volume. Okay, maybe like that is enough. And let's add a generic lift. just as a placeholder for the time being. Okay. From here it should be enough. So that I can also carve a little bit of the brush here. But first off, I want to test it. Even though there is not really much ground, but let's try it anyways. Okay, just from here as a placeholder. Okay, lift destination. It's up here. This is where the lift will, the point that the lift will reach once you activate it. Okay, lift time, I would say half a second. Let's see if it works. Okay, so this is the plan so far. It must be slightly faster. So 0.3. Let's see if it works. No. Too fast. So 0.4. Yeah, this can work. And then you can also go somewhere else, of course. This is the main idea, basically. You need a bit of a better movement than me with the editor, but this is basically the idea. Perhaps I should have it a bit stronger or a bit closer. I think I should put it actually slightly closer. Okay, let's see here. Ah, slightly. Yeah, this is basically the idea. Like that, basically. I obviously want it to be more easily working, but... So let's try with 0.35 and let's try. Like that, basically. Now let's go on the top to see. If I can do it with a normal dodge. Yeah, that's perfect. But if I actually move it back where I wanted it to be. Let's see. It also works. So we can have a better use of this area. And it also increases a bit the speed. You can navigate a bit easier here now. I don't know if I should actually put some slant here, so that you can access it from here more easily, but I'm not totally sure. Okay, maybe some player which is a bit more expert than me can do that. Okay, now let's focus onto the lift itself. So I want the lift to touch exactly this part. Okay. Kind of. Okay. I will be satisfied with that for the moment. Plus 550 should be. If I add it from here, or I don't even know why I'm doing this. I'm not thinking. Okay, that one should be enough. Then align. Okay, so that should be it. And in this area I will move the flak cannon as well. But I want to work on the area first. And then something less seen but not less important. Okay. Let me actually focus. Okay, first off, let me adjust this. And now the materials. Okay. And now build. Let's see how that is. It's a very warm day outside. I always take the wrong one. Okay, so this is how the new area looks like for the moment. I also have to make this arch higher. Possibly I might be forced to remove this blue thing because it kind of gets in the way. At least the first one, the one on the top. And let's try the new area. Good. So now let's do the arch. I would have it yeah, here it should be enough. So we can build now the wall run area, but since this platform is slightly higher than this one, I am forced to remove this here and to add one wall run until the third, which would force me to add a small subtractive here, which should be of this size. But I would have it actually the half of it. Basically to say, hey, there's a wall run here. Just like that. And now for the wall run. So I would have it should be slightly longer. And okay, this is the right beginning point. But then I will have to get rid of this blocking volume here, because otherwise I will not be able to use the wall run. And here I should add 200. $300. Should do it higher. 2. Meaning I have to move this one even higher. Okay, this is good here. Let's see where I am here instead. Okay, this is not really supposed to happen. Also because I'm touching the edge here and it's not good. Meaning that I will have to expand this here. Of, let's say, this much. Okay, so the arch reaches that height, so I can do the same here. Like this. And I might actually want to add some more here as well. I think it's actually fine. Yeah, should be fine actually. And I spawn on the other side. So I can do 1 and 2. I don't remember how that trick works. So from there you can do a wall, a dodge and then a wall jump, wall run. It doesn't matter. If I wanted to instead have it to start here, I don't know what will happen on the other side. No. I must do it here. This one I have to order to last to have it fully rendered. And I would also have it like that. I'm not sure what I'm doing. Yeah. That I meant. Okay, nice. Now. Okay. With this I'll create its own blocking volume, otherwise you can go inside of it. Done. I also should make the arch look realistic, to be fair. think that would be appropriate. Well, I think I could actually add these particular lights pretty much everywhere on this wall, on this surface, and then add one single blocking volume. Maybe I'll have it here and calculating a bit of a space. Let's say shrinking them, I can add a fourth. This one we need no more. Nope. So I'll have to get more space to them. Okay. Like this, it looks okay. But before actually building, no, I want this. And let's build all. And let's save. Haven't saved in a while. Okay, that should be good enough. Let's see if the wall run actually works. And it still works like a charm. That thing doesn't prevent anything. Let's support. Which is great. I don't think it requires reminder, but guys, if you have ideas about giving support, that is always more than welcome. Feedback is always welcome. So do not hesitate to provide feedback if you feel like providing it. It's always a very welcome addition. Anyways, I've added that wall run there. Next up is the one here. But I have to calibrate it pretty well. Okay. I'll get there. Maybe 2000 is a bit too much. I would dare to say that should be enough. And now we'll get to remove this light here. But I want to try it first, instead of just removing them. So build geometry and let's try. And I should add the same slant I added here, I should add it here as well. And I should definitely do that. Okay, here should be enough. This is just for testing. It is a bit too far. So what I can do instead is, instead of having a subtractive, I will have it additive. And maybe like that. Yes, much better. It would have been better if you could do the other way around, but it's not that bad because you still have this area here. So it's not that bad. But you can still do this. So I would actually extend this. But before doing that, I want to try just for a testing measure. Okay, we know we can do this here. But now we can do it here as well. So I think I will actually add this all around here. And maybe in here as well. This obviously will need to be adjusted, but before doing that I want to try one thing. Maybe I should do it like that. Actually, one more time here. Not like that though. Looks good actually. Okay, so let's go on like this, and I would have it additive until 500 centimeters before the lift, and here subtractive until 500 centimeters before the lift, which would be until this thick line here. So I would actually start from here because it's more simple and add 300. Perfect. Then the materials, I'll care for them later. As of this one, I said 500 centimeters before the lift, which would be until here, meaning plus 450, which would be like this. I think I'll actually also make a subtractive here. So let's grab it. I said let's grab it. I don't know why I cannot see it. Of course I cannot see it because it's not been rebuilt. And I selected a brush that does no longer exist. There you go. Glad that I noticed that. Small misalignment. Okay, now. I'm not totally sure, but it should work the way I thought about it. It works partially. Now I have to do a little bit of clipping magic here. And it works. But what if instead I would... If I move the brush a little bit more inside to have a little bit less of irregularity because of the pillar down there, would that be still working? No, not properly. Not as much as I would like it to, at least. So we'll keep it there. Okay. Still thinking a bit. Okay, that should be the one. I just do not want these 2 points to be there. Okie doke. Okay, this would not work if we move this inwards, but if we move this one inwards... hopefully it will, because the important thing is that it works on this area here. On the other one, maybe it's for the best that it stays like this. Also, this light, let's remove it. We don't need it anymore. And let's test it out. Not totally. It could, though, if I... if I had it here. Maybe. Neither. So, no. I have to keep it like that and then I'll figure something out. Okay, there are too many confusing brushes from the perspective viewport. Okay, now it looks much cleaner, and I have to add 150 or 50. Okay, like that it should work. Okay, I've cut it from the wrong side. Yeah, okay, now it makes much more sense if cut like this. Now let's rebuild. And I made a mistake, because I should make a continuation here. But I can... have it like this. I should perhaps do it like at first parallel to the axis, so that I can get a clean cut, and then turn it and adjust the single vertices. I think it would be more accurate and much easier. Not if with these settings here. And there you go. Now turn a 45 degrees, align the vertices. And try not to make a big mess. Okay, here. Then optimize. And let's give it a test. Okay, I failed the jump. Okay, so it apparently works. Tesiron asks if I've been making maps for UT2K4 as well. I made a couple maps for UT 2003, but never for UT 2004. But I also made maps for UT99 in the past. Should perhaps copy from the other one. Or actually, okay, and I have to obviously recreate the surfaces because otherwise Unreal Editor is not properly happy. And let's see if I can also create this brush, this face without any... Yes, I can. So you know what, I will. Because first off it will look cleaner, and secondly it will call, and this is more important, it will have less draw calls. Which would mean that by building the map it will overall have more performance, meaning a less performance impact, and it will not render useless details which would not be seen by the player anyways. Which is always a very good and important thing to do. So now I have this part, which I reckon is enough, unless no, here I would have to make it smaller. Well, I was already pretty low on health. Yes, you can also do it here, so I might extend it a little bit more. But I will do it manually. Okay, that should be enough. But now here I forgot one small detail. which is to add the junction section for the rest. So I'm going to go ahead and have it actually done the quick way. Because yes, it's nice to have a clean looking map and everything, but sometimes it just takes too much time. Okay. We've hit the 2 hours mark. I don't think I will have it again 3 hours long and everything, because I reckon maybe 3 hours a bit too long. So I think I'm actually gonna cut it here, and maybe I'll go on with the ramps offline. I'll do a couple additions maybe off camera, and I think I'll catch you guys in a couple days or so. I have slightly more free time now for myself, so I think I'll do it pretty soon. And thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate every single of you watching me. And I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers, guys.